What did you think of Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman?
I think Pacquiao won the fight. I think that I called it. I thought Pacquiao was going to win the fight. I shouldn't be saying that because Pacquiao is whatever age he is, 40 plus. I'm not sure his age, but he seems to be getting better. Keith Thurman is a a strong welterweight. He hasn't been that active, but I thought that Pacquiao would have enough to beat him, and he did. Yeah, again, two very good fighters and a great fight as well.
Even with that stellar performance of Pacquiao, do you think he should continue in the sport at his age?
Well, that's not for me to make that decision. It's up to him, and I think that he doesn't have to. Obviously, he's doing it because he loves boxing. I don't think he needs the money. He shouldn't need the money anyway with some of the high-profile fights that he's had. Yeah, I know I'll not be boxing when I'm Manny Pacquiao's age. I know that for sure. But yeah, it's up to him and his family around him. But he's never really, apart from being like smoked out by Marquez, he's never he's been in some very exciting fights, but not a lot of really brutal fights. And that's probably why he can go on for so long.
Do you want to see the Mayweather Pacquiao rematch?
I'll watch it. If it's on, it's not that appealing to me anymore. The first one probably happened 5 years after it should have happened, so the second one, it's not something that excites me that much, but I'm sure that there'll be a great build-up if it does get made, and I would definitely be watching.
We had 2 fighters die because of what happened in the ring, them, being hurt in the ring. What is your words on that? What is your words to the sport? What is your message to any fighters out there that may be concerned?
Well, it's sad. It's very sad when you see fighters, and 2 in the space of a week is, yeah, it's heartbreaking. 2 young guys, 2 good fighters as well, which shows that it can happen to anyone. And boxing is a dangerous sport, which we all know. But it's few and far between. If you look at the amount of fatalities in boxing, compared to the amount of people that are boxing worldwide, it doesn't happen that often.
Right.
When it happens, it's highlighted obviously, and it's a very bad thing. But I think as a boxer, if you start to worry about things like that, and start to worry about going into fights and being hurt, then it's probably time for you to call it a day. And it's something I'm not worried about. I go into each fight hoping to try and win. I know the dangers of this sport. I'm not worried or concerned about getting hurt.
Now, when that hits the news, it has to be a rough conversation for you and your wife, or you and your family.
Absolutely. I've had the conversations. My last fight was pretty brutal against Josh Warrington. I was hurt in that fight a number of times, and it was hard for her to watch. She was sitting at ringside, and so much so that she says she will never come and watch me fight again. So, and I understand her point of view and where she's coming from, but I've promised her I'm not doing this forever. I'm not doing this game forever, and yeah, I'm doing it for the benefit of us all. She understands that too, although she won't come and support me anymore.
Right. What do you have planned for after boxing? What does the post-boxing Jacko look like?
I get bits of TV work. I do work for the radio. I've started a podcast, which is going pretty well. I'm getting decent feedback.
What's that called?
TKO on Joe. So Joe is the podcast site. So Chris Lloyd and myself, and it's going well. We're getting 40 shows a year. We're guaranteed for 2 years work. The feedback is very, very good, and it's something that I enjoy. So yeah, that sort of thing it's easy, isn't it? Say what you see. You just sit and have a chat with someone, and people like to hear it. So it's easy work. That's her. No worries. There you are. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.